What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trading from Scratch. In today's video, guys, we are going to be covering SMT Divergence. If you ever wondered why one market makes a new high or low when another one doesn't, this video is for you. And regardless, this is an amazing confirmation that you can use to enter trades. Now, don't worry if you've never heard of SMT. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what it is, how to identify it, and how I personally use it within my own strategy. All right, guys, before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the video if you enjoyed. Check the description where I have my Discord as well as a link to my Instagram. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get straight into it. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. I got the face cam on now. Like, we're leveling up, guys. You know what I'm saying? We're getting rich. But now, let me know if you guys like it with like the light. I feel like that's just like blinding. Or no light, like natural light. If it's natural, I'll just make sure to record during the day at all times, which is fine by me. But yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. What is a SMT divergence? All right, guys, SMT stands for Smart Money Technique Divergence. Pretty simple. All right, guys, don't ask me why it's called that. That's just what it is. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So guys, the idea is pretty simple. So when we're trading when we're trading a index like the NASDAQ, you also trade the S&P 500, okay? So the reason traders do this is because we want to look at both indexes like the S&P and the NASDAQ because they usually move in synchronization to one another. All right, guys, so since these markets are correlated, they usually make highs and lows together, but sometimes they don't align, and that is what we call SMT. So we have a perfect example right here. If we go on the NASDAQ and we look at this 945 candle and look at the 955 candle, it's going down. And then same thing when we go into S&P 500, guys, we have that same 945 candle and then that same 955 candle. But as you guys see on the S&P 500, it's moving a bit higher up. And on the NASDAQ, it's actually pointing down. And what we're looking at right here, guys, is a bearish example of an SMT. Why is it bearish? Because we have one market leaning further down than the other one. If we look at this one, if you look at the line right here, it's actually pointing up. And when we have one that's leaning down, that signals that we may want to go down. It's not an immediate hit the trade button, confirmation, but it does give you good context, especially aligning with other things. Maybe you have equilibrium going on or whatever, right? And you're seeing that we have an SMT, then you get like a break of structure or whatever the case may be. Well, at that point, you understand that that is a confirmation that you may want to go lower. So this is a bearish example of an SMT. All right, guys, so I found a bullish example, didn't take too long. So we have here the 440 candle of August 5th and the 445 candle, right? We look right here at how this candle is formed on the NASDAQ. Also, my bad, guys, I'm trying not to like block the face cam. I can't see what you guys are seeing, so I'm trying to keep everything like right justified for you guys. But let's look on the S&P 500. Let me actually fix my line. It's actually going lower a little bit, right? And this is a sign we may want to go higher. So this is an example of a bullish SMT. So guys, make sure you draw things like this out. But remember, a bearish SMT is when we get things like this. So remember, let's say this is the NASDAQ. It's actually still pointing up. But then we have on the S&P 500 in this drawing right here, pointing lower. This is an example of a bearish SMT. And then same thing for bullish, just in the opposite direction, guys. Imagine we're going from this low to the next on the NASDAQ. But on the S&P 500, we're going from this low to the next, and we're angling a bit higher. That is an SMT moving to the bullish side, and that signals that we may want to go up. All right, guys, so now let's get into how I personally use the SMT divergence. This is a really important part of the video because I don't just use SMTs as an entry model, kind of like I said earlier, but I use it as a confirmation that aligns with other contexts during my trading session. So in this example of today's trading day, actually, we had an SMT coming from the New York Open from the 940 candle to the 955 candle. Also, I apologize if you guys hear someone cutting the grass. It's extremely loud, and I'm like right next to the window. But yeah, now we move to the NASDAQ, and it's pointing slightly lower, okay? This is the SMT right here. And guys, this is not a bullish SMT, but a bearish SMT. Why? Because we're going to the downside here, and we're getting a index that is pointing slightly lower, which in this case, it was the S&P 500 compared to the NASDAQ. So let's just say I was trading, I was looking for an equilibrium off a market open. Cool, maybe we come from this low right here to this high, almost like in between where the SMT was forming. And let's say I already am looking to go lower, and I see that we're going lower on the S&P 500 compared to the NASDAQ, that can just be like a check in my head, like, okay, now if I really see this equilibrium get confirmed, I have the market conviction to understand that we may really want to go lower due to this SMT. So this is how traders use SMTs in alignment with another confluence. Common beginner mistakes, guys, is basically trying to find SMTs everywhere. Like, I bet if you go from low to low, high to high, like, you're gonna find SMTs everywhere, but you have to find meaningful ones, okay? You have to find ones that align with your context. You have to find ones that align with your current timing and your current strategy. Alright guys, that's the basics of SMT Divergence, or SMT for short. Hopefully this video made the concept easy to understand. If it helped you out, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't worry guys, we're going to continue with this trading from scratch series. I have so much fun things planned for later in this series, so make sure you keep watching and stay tuned. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments or join my Discord, link in the description. Also check for my Instagram as well, also in the description as well. Alright, I love you guys, have a blessed day, and peace.